Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is Pamela Marie Edmunds, and this is Love Never Dies radio show broadcasting from the Red Rocks of Sedona, Arizona. And I am your host. I'm a medium, an animal communicator, a healer with a number of modalities under my belt, and of course, a spiritual teacher. And this show here is all about our experiences between the two worlds. What do I mean by the two worlds? I'm meaning our physical plane where we live, where we move about, where we survive, and the spirit world, the world of spirit, which is extremely close to us at all times. And I want to say, every one of you are capable of tuning into the world of spirit. Yeah, yes. Some of you might be nodding, no. But you're all capable of doing so. It's just a matter of learning the best way to do it and working with the appropriate teacher. Hello, Nadia. Great to meet you, sweetheart. And so I, as a medium tonight, am going to do some live free mediumship readings for those of you who come forward. There are a number of other people I know that were interested in coming. So we'll just watch for them as they pop in. Just kind of like spirit's going to pop in. But I want to share a little bit first about, if you're new to being here at this show, which I think, Nadia, you're new, I believe. Yes, welcome. And how did you find out about this? Through signs from our loved ones? Or are we Facebook friends?
Well, I just was Googling or looking around on Facebook and I found it. So
awesome. Welcome. And then we've got somebody else who's coming in by phone. Wonderful. Well, for every one of you, this particular show, this is a once a month show that I do here with messages of love from heaven. All the other shows are either myself with the topic or with a guest. And matter of fact, next week, if you are interested, I will have a wonderful woman by the name of Nancy Smith on. And Nancy Smith comes from Massachusetts. That's my home state. And she's a spirit medium, but she's also a spirit artist. So we're going to be talking about what is spirit art. And so that will be a very interesting show. And the following week is night before Thanksgiving. I am going to do a show. That's the 25th. And right now I'm calling it a special holiday show with spirit. And for those of us who have lost any loved ones to the other side, our dear loved ones do come to visit us, especially at times that we gather for special days like Thanksgiving. And I know it's going to be a little different this year with everything that's going on, but there still will be some sort of a focus with family. And if you have family that are able to do Zoom like we're doing here now, that's a great possibility, okay? And I want to say a quick hello to the person calling in on the phone. I have a feeling it might be Nancy. Is that right?
Yes.
Welcome, Nancy. Welcome. And you're calling in from Tennessee?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. And maybe another time we can get you so that you know how to download Zoom and be able to be visual and be able to see us visually. Welcome, Pamela. I believe she's a fairly new friend that we just friended. So tonight, I just wanted to share a little bit. If you were looking to find out what's going on the show, my website's your answer, okay? And my website's my full name, PamelaMarieEdmunds.com. There is a page there for the radio show. And I list probably a month's events, what's going on in regards to the show. I also list the contact information. Yes, when you're doing Zoom, you have to have the right numbers and put them in at the right time. Or, as Nancy's doing, where's the phone numbers I can call? Call in on a phone number, okay? And all that information is on my website, but I'm also on Facebook. But the easiest thing, if you say, gee, I wonder what Pamela's show is tonight. And is it something I might be of interest in? And that's where you're going to find the information there. Also, you're going to find information on services. As tonight's going to be short messages, I do appointments anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. And all that is priced, is written on my website for you to so you can contact me. Okay, I do several different types of readings. I do mediumship. I do something I call a life path reading, which basically is me working with my intuitive abilities and tuning in and around you in your life and giving you guidance forward. Hi, Kathy. And that, okay, I also do pet communication, and I also do something called trance. If you're ever interested, it's all written up on my website, and there's also some videos there that you can look at. I also have a YouTube page. Matter of fact, when this show is completed, I will be recording it and putting it on YouTube. And just so you know, privacy purposes, okay? It does not, if you are pictured here on the YouTube, excuse me, on the Zoom, you'll be seen, but your name will not be there like it is right now, okay? All right. And for any of you who've had difficulty, I'm going to mention this to Nancy, because I do Nancy's on the phone. I do other classes and other events. If you're looking to find out how to do Zoom, it is a great opportunity to do. Right now, there's 5 of us here on the page, and it can be up to, I believe, 50. And people can be calling in from wherever they want. Zoom itself, you go to its website, zoom.us. And if you have the meeting number and the passcode, you can get in. And then you have a video. We can see you, you can see us. And if you want not to be seen, you can darken yourself out too. Okay? So anyway, any comments or questions before I start the show, everyone? Everybody's good. Okay. And I think it's enough of the announcements. So I want to start with, okay, I'm first being drawn to Nadia. Nadia, have you ever had a mediumship reading done before, dear? Yeah.
Yes.
You have. Okay. All right. And I was just going to say to unmute your mic, which you already did do. I have a feeling you're becoming a professional on this. You know how to do this.
I spend too much time on
Okay.
Zoom.
Pardon?
I spend too much time on Zoom.
Oh, well, pass it on to some of these other people who have had struggles. Even I had struggles with it, okay? And for those of you, if you find that when you're hooked up to Zoom, for some reason, if the sound fades out, the picture fades out, check your internet. That was something I discovered. I was using my computer as a, what's the term? I can't think of the word. I wasn't wired into the internet. Okay.
A hotspot?
Pardon?
A hotspot?
No. I can't think of the term. I can't. I'm drawing a blank. But that happens when I start tuning in with spirit. Okay, that happens. And so I did some research on internet and found out if you're not wired right into the box, the thing that the internet people put in for you, that you could have any of these types of problems. Okay, all right. So Nadia, may I bring a message to you, please? Let's start there. Okay. I've got a man who's stepping in. All right. And I'm feeling like I'm more grandfatherly with him. Okay. And Up, you bounce from one side to the other on the screen. Okay, that's all right. And what I want to say is he's got a lot of love, but you know what? He's got a bit of a temper that comes up once in a while, okay? And I need to say, I'm feeling with a grandfather is what I'm with, okay? And this was someone who would have been, I'm going to say, one of your role models, one of your teachers when you were younger. And thank you. I'm feeling like I'm coughing with him. Was he a smoker? Thank you. And the smoking got to him in the latter part of his life, right?
Yep.
I'm also feeling that there's some sort of issues going on in his stomach, his abdomen area. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to say I feel like he's throwing up. He can't keep food down as well as he needs to. Let's put it that way. Okay. I'm also feeling like there's some balding going on a little bit through here. Okay. He's got a great sense of humor though. Okay. And can I say he's kind of, I want to call him old country? Old.
Yeah.
It's on the phone, so always comes up.
Yep, he's old. He's coming in old. He's coming in old school. That's the word I want to say. Okay. Can everybody hear me as I'm talking for Nadia?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So, and Nadia, all right, thank you. His hands were very calloused. He worked with his hands, whether it was wood, whether it was in the soil, his hands went where they needed to go. Okay. And he had a cigarette or whatever hanging out of his mouth while he was doing it. All right. He also liked to have a beer on occasion, but I want to go more with a shot glass too, though, sometimes.
Possibly.
All right. Okay. Okay. He's a very strong individual, I need to say. And right now he's coming in to give you some strength because you're feeling like you're a bit stuck. Okay, whether you're feeling like I see your kitty's tail, that's cute. Whether you're feeling like you're kind of like in the mud, it's like you're trying to move forward, but you're not moving. Okay. And what I'm needing to say from him is you're still holding on to the past. In order to move forward, you need to let go of the past, hold on to and grab a hold of what you're seeking for the future. Is that making sense to you, Nadia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he would have been sitting proud at the table come holiday time. Very proud of everybody who was sitting at the table with him. Okay. And he did the carving.
Yep.
Back when. Yep. And he would have somebody passed it on the obligation of somebody doing a prayer to somebody else. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what he wants to say to you is, look at the past, but don't let it hold you back. Okay? And he loves you dearly. And he says you need to get out in nature. That's what helped make him feel better. Nature. And you already got the animal. He was going to say animals. He loved to be around animals too. But the most important thing right now is for you to get out in nature. If you got to bundle up, okay. But get out in nature. That'll make you feel better, he says. And I'm leaving you with lots of love from him. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right. Okay. The little telephone here, picture, I know is Nancy. How are you, Nancy?
I'm here.
Good. I'm glad you were able to show up. Okay. I want to tell you that the man who recently passed to spirit, how do I want to say this? He wants to connect with you, but right now he's needing to focus on himself because he's can I say newbie?
Yeah.
All right. And what happens when individuals have been very sick before they pass, before their body decides to quit and they exit their body and they leave to spirit, is that they often need to go in some sort of a hospital type atmosphere. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And basically, it's for him to be able to acclimate himself to the new energies, what went on for him before that. It's, can I say, it's a bit of a review time, but it also is a very much of a healing time, okay? And I have a woman I'm feeling very, very motherly with, who is wanting to show up here to tell you she's watching him. Okay? First off, when he came over, there were several people that greeted him. I wanted to say, first off, his mother was there, but also your mother was there. And several males who had preceded him to the other side. I'm feeling like brothers or friends.
Yes.
Are you following me?
There was several of both.
Yes. And he's passing on the word through them to you that he is all right. He misses you. You are experiencing him around the house. You're not nuts, is what I want to say. And that he will continue to do that for some time till he's acclimated, until you are. Are you understanding the message?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of love from him. And thank you. He's grateful that you and I had connected beforehand. Because that was a door opening for you, so you can connect more fully with him and the others in spirit. All right. And there's something about paperwork. He wasn't very good with paperwork, was he?
No, he wasn't.
And you're trying to figure out where everything is and what everything means. He says, get a helper. And he's apologizing for not being more organized. Bottom line is he did not want to accept that his time was coming up. You comprehend that?
Yeah.
Okay. If he were to prepare all that paperwork nice and organized for you, then he was admitting that he wasn't going to be here much longer. All right. He loves you and he is around. Talk to him and somehow you're going to get some answers from him. All right.
Okay.
Big hugs. Okay. Big hugs. All right. I'm glad you're here and you're welcome to stick around and listen to the rest, or if you need to go and take care of you. Okay. But I'd love to have you show up here for these shows again, because there'll be more things that you can learn. In regards,
I'm going to hang in. I'm going to hang in for the show.
good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. That we only just connected about an hour before the show came on, so that's great. Awesome. And Kathy, may I bring a message to you?
Sure.
I've actually got two females together. I'm sensing one is mother, and one is either a sister or a close friend who would have preceded her to the other side of the other side. Are you recognizing that?
No, it's not the sister.
Well, a sister could be a friend, a close friend.
Mine or hers?
Hers. The two of them are together. I'm going to leave that there for you, okay?
Yep.
Mom says you thought you saw her the other day. You did. Okay? And it's going to happen again. She doesn't want to scare you, though. All right?
Okay.
She says there's nothing to be afraid of. She's helping you to develop your mediumship skills. They're already sitting there right on the surface. Okay? You have already seen a couple dogs in around you from spirit side of life, right?
Yes.
And one of them in particular was Mom's, right?
We think possibly, yeah.
Okay, awesome. But Mom is saying that she is helping you to open up those abilities, to trust it, and to have confidence in it. She says, whether you just use it for your own purpose or you opt to do something further with it, that's your choice, she says. It's almost like she's here. She's waxing the skateboarder. Do you know what I'm saying? She's getting things together here for you.
Yep.
Thank you. She says your husband has seen her too. He's a little more
Apprehensive.
Pardon?
Apprehensive.
That's a good word. I was going to say doubtful, unsure. Okay. But she has been there. All right. And your dad has been around too. He's on the other side, correct?
No, but he just literally left my house.
Okay. All right.
My father-in-law is on the other side with my mother-in-law.
Who's got the issues and remembering?
My grandfather.
Okay. And there's a closeness between him and your mom and you.
Yes.
Okay. He unique personality and a unique sense of humor is what I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also someone who worked with his hands, like I was describing earlier.
Yep.
Okay. And he would have calluses and marks on his hands from what he did with those beautiful hands. Okay. All right. I'm hearing Thanksgiving's going to be a little different. Yes, we understand that for everybody. But
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is be thankful for all that you have. And that will be of great assistance to you. Okay. Mom said you were looking through some pictures like a day or so ago.
I was on my phone.
Looking at pictures, looking at
Yep.
mom pictures and family pictures.
Yep.
And apparently there's a few people around you that want a couple pictures of you and her to remember. Okay, a couple family members interested in a couple pictures that will. I want to see a picture of your mother when she was in her prime instead of when she was sick. That's what we want to focus on. You follow that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because she changed a lot before her passing. There was a lot.
Oh, yeah.
There's more,
Yeah.
I'm going to say physical, and I think it's almost like she had a little trouble talking too at times, didn't she?
At the very end, yeah. It was all garbled.
Okay. She loves you dearly, and give the dogs a pat for her. How many dogs would she know? You would understand that.
And she knows all three of mine plus hers.
Ah, okay.
Her dog was here with my dad, and I left my dad to come on this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And if you want to share this, if you're open enough to want to share this recording with your dad, you're welcome to. She says, tell him I love him and that he needs to pick up the house. He can't have everything all over the place.
That's funny, because he's the one who does keep the house clean.
Okay. All right. Then let's see how we want to talk about this. Because the two of them are opposites.
Yep.
Okay, okay. I have to sometimes figure out what spirit's doing with me, but they're opposites. So she's got a big smile on her face. He would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yeah.
And that she wants to add another candle to his birthday cake. Is there a birthday for him coming up? Pardon, excuse me. Yes?
Couple months.
Because he's been extra special since she left. She's talking about he's holding it together. He still needs to let things fall apart at times, but he's holding it together, and she loves him dearly for all of that. Okay. And
Yeah.
big hugs to both of you. All right.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Denise. Hi. How you doing, sweetheart? Can you yeah.
Good, how are you?
Your mic. Good. Good. And I got something in my throat. Hang on. Okay. Do you recognize somebody who would have had a deep cough before they passed? I want to say a smoker's cough. Okay.
Mhm.
That's what I'm feeling. All right. See, the cough is starting up as I was finishing with Kathy, showing that I needed to move on and that it was for you. Actually, you got a couple people here who had a smoker's cough before they passed.
I was gonna say I knew quite a few.
Right. And I want to go with a female who would have been, the way I want to describe her is warm and squishy. It's like I'm giving her a hug. She's warm and squishy. Okay. And she would, okay, I'm getting the word matriarch or matriarch.
Yeah.
Okay. Which tells me that she had a role in the family and a very important role in the family. And that right now that role's sort of unfilled is what she says. Since she passed, it's unfilled. She says, you've tried stepping into it, but it's not where you belong. Okay? Because part of that role coincides with you having to take on extra responsibilities with other family members. And it's like, I got the word drama. Okay.
Yes.
You understand? Yeah, she's
Totally.
Right. She's talking about some major drama. And she's saying that you can connect with them when it's right for you and for as long as you feel to do so. All right. She's very much a protector. Okay.
Mhm.
Very much a protector. Something around her face. She's either washing her face or lotioning her face on a regular basis here. Okay. And it was very important to her upkeep is the word I want to call it. Okay. I'm also looking at my fingernails.
Oh my God.
Okay. And I do feel she's got a couple special pieces of jewelry on. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. And her hair has to be just so.
Mm.
You understand that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. She says, you've taken on a lot of that, but not to the extremes that I did it.
No.
Okay. And she's very, very glad for that. Very, very glad to that. Okay. She's talking about there's some documents around for you to sign. Something that you're joining in, signing into, but you need to read them fully. If you're not aware of them right this moment, they're gonna show up. okay? And you'll understand what she's talking about. And she says, go ahead with it. Yes, it's good. But you need to know what you're getting yourself into, she says. It's kind of like
Okay.
she'd like to watch your back. And she still watches your back from this side of spirit, all right? And she says, you
Good
too
to
are,
know.
yeah, you too, she says, are opening up to your mediumship skills. And for you to trust, actually, everybody who's on the call here today, on the show today, is opening up spiritually, okay? And that's extremely important for everyone. What I want to share is I didn't get to share it before, but I'm feeling to share it here now. I am doing a special group Monday nights. It's an hour, and it's called Let's Talk Spiritually. $10 for an hour. And what is spiritual? What's spirituality? What does that mean for you? What types of things are spiritual and not? And what occurs during that awakening? Because it is an awakening. And I feel like you've all awakened to yourself spiritually, but it's opening up more with all these new things that are happening around you. Okay? And Nancy, you're included in this too. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. So back to you, Denise. There's an opportunity to make a trip. Take a trip. Make sure that you are safe and you are well in order to take it. Okay?
Okay.
And it's important for you. And do these self-protection kind of things that are being mentioned to do here on the planet right now. Okay? And you're not going alone. All right? So
Good.
I'm going to leave that with you. And thank you. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. Everyone's already had a message, but you know what? I'm feeling like I'm going to go around a little bit more, okay? Nancy,
Yes,
may I come back to you again, dear?
yes.
Mom could be a bit of a talker, couldn't she?
Who?
Your mother
Yes,
could be a bit of a
Yes.
talker and didn't always let you speak up, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's her. That's her. She liked to be in charge, didn't she?
yeah,
Even though towards the end she needed help, right? And
yeah.
lots of it. Okay. You've had a few experiences with her visiting you and her talking up a storm, right?
Yeah,
Okay. That is her visiting you from the other side. And any of you here who are listening to me right now have had at least one dream with a loved one from the other side, whether it was the loved one that I brought through or not. When our loved ones show up in our dreams, they're coming in from the spirit side of life. And often they may have a message or a specific message, or just to let you know they're all right and that they care about you by showing up, right? Okay. Nancy, Mom had a nickname?
I'm sorry.
Is there a nickname for your mother?
For my mom? Yes,
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to say it goes back to childhood.
yeah,
Okay. All right. And she liked that much more than her full name.
yeah,
And the reason I want to say that is because whenever somebody said it, she knew it came with love. All right. She had a nickname for you too. Is it Nan, or there's some sort of a nickname she had for you when she was more with it.
she would just, it was like, she would call me my Nancy.
My Nancy.
My
Okay. That's something that's endearing.
yeah.
Okay. And that was her way of showing you she loved you. She wasn't really good at using the words. A lot of the family aren't, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. But it was like, that was her way of saying, I love you. You're special. Thank you. She could be very difficult, and she wants to apologize for that. Because she didn't always treat you with respect, did she?
We had a pretty good relationship.
There's something about her picking on you or her talking down to you. Do you follow what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay.
No,
This may be more towards the end when she's not fully
Yeah.
with it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a side of her that she knew better than you did. Kind of a
That's
know-it-all. A little bit of a know-it-all too. Yeah. She wants to apologize for some of the times that she was difficult. And she was, right?
Yeah, but I understand that that was her illness.
Right, but she still wants to take responsibility for it. Okay?
Thank you.
Now that she's on the other side and that she has become aware of her personality difficulties, should we say?
Mhm.
Her behavior while she was here. Okay. She loves you dearly. And she is going to be around. It's almost like she wants to help you get the house in order.
That makes sense.
Awesome. For some reason, when she was in her prime, she was pretty practical in regards to that.
Oh yeah.
And right now, she's telling me that you're here, there, and everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And that's tied to, obviously, the grief that you're going through. Okay. She says, ask for help when you need it. I know it's difficult, but ask. There are a number of people around you who can help you with different things. Okay.
Can I ask, do I have a message from either one of my brothers?
Okay. One brother, I'm going to say, comes in with warm and fuzzies to me for you, right?
Yeah.
Yep. He wants to give you some warm and fuzzies right now because he says you need it. All right. There's lots of love. And he's not hurting anymore. Whatever took him over is done. It's completed. He's back to prime, what he was when he was here. So his mom. Your husband will be too. And one of the brothers wants to offer you a beer.
Okay.
Do you understand that? Okay. Well, I guess for me, I feel like this particular brother would have drank beer, but I'm also feeling like he says you need to get you need to relax. He says, don't go getting drunk, but you need to relax.
He knows I don't drink beer. But
So
he
it's
did.
a joke. It's more of a joke then, right?
Yeah, he always had a beer, but he knows that I didn't. I never drink beer.
But that was his way of tuning out the hurts. And he wants you to find some way of tuning out the hurts. I know you've got some animals around. He's telling me you've got some places that you love to walk. Get out and do it. Get out and make yourself feel better, he says. And I want to go back to the one that gives you the warm and fuzzies. He's a gem. He's a keeper. They
Yeah.
both are, but in different ways, okay? They both are in different ways. Does that make sense to you, dear?
It does.
Awesome, awesome. And somebody's bringing you flowers.
That's probably my little brother.
Okay, okay. As long as you recognize that, all right? And there's lots of love there. Talk to them. They're not far away. And your husband will be communicating as soon as he gets out of, I'm going to call it intensive care, all right? He's getting some special treatments right now. But I do sense a lot of love coming from him for you, all right? And we're going to thank them all for coming in, okay?
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome, dear. You're welcome, dear. Nadia, do you have somebody else on the other side that you would like to hear from?
Yeah.
Can
One
you
of my
give me a
uncles.
first name?
Bob.
Bob. Bob had a really difficult passing, didn't he? Because as you mentioned his name, I'm just swallowing like, oh my gosh. There's a lot of love here connected between you and Bob. And he says, just because I'm on this side doesn't mean that love hasn't survived. All right?
Thank you.
And he's sending you a big, big hug from the spirit side of life. Because he knows what you're going through right now. He knows some of the difficulties. He says, talk to me. I'm right there. He's a good looker. He's a good listener. And he's a good person to have on your side. All right? And he's telling me to tell you you were too. Right? You were too. He says you've sensed him around. Yes, he has been around. And you too, he says, have the ability of knowing that we're here from the other side. Don't doubt yourself. Okay? You're not crazy. He's a pet lover, isn't he? Because I'm taking my hand, I'm stroking the back of a dog or a cat. I want to touch that animal.
Cat.
Oh, he's a gem, and he shouldn't have passed the way he did. He said, but that was something that he had to learn through. It was an experience he had to go through for his, I need to say, soul growth. Okay, this is for everybody to listen to. Often what we take on during a lifetime isn't just for our spirit, it's for our soul, the larger part of who we are. Okay? And right now we're taking on major difficult lives. Okay? And I specifically want to reference Kathy's mom, her experience of the way she passed. I want to mention several of Nancy's relatives who have shown up. I need to say Denise too, for some reason, whomever. Matter of fact, there was a loved one that Denise had lost who passed a number of years ago. So what I'm saying is, when someone's taking on a real tough life, it's because they have a lot of growing to do that they want to, what's the word I want to use? They want to expand their soul. Because it's like we go first grade, second grade, we get harder, more difficult grades to do. And that's what, yeah. And this lifetime in particular, okay? This gentleman too, I need to say that is very, very spiritual. Didn't know it, but he was, okay? And he's got a big hug for you and a big kiss. Is there a ring connected to him? Or could there have been a ring?
I have some other jewelry of his that my cat actually just ate yesterday.
Uh-oh. So you could watch the cat get, oh gosh.
I saved it.
Okay. This cat knew him, right?
Nope, he didn't. But he was a big cat person though. So
Well, there's some sort of a connection with him and the cat, so I'm going to leave that with you, okay? All right. Now, who did I come back to a second time? Let's see. Kathy, right? And Denise? Was that right? Okay, Kathy. Keep an eye on Dad. His eating habits aren't as good as they could be because he's used to having somebody prepared for him instead of him doing it. I realize you have your own life, but if there's some sort of suggestions that you can nicely give to him without him realizing what you're up to, okay?
We typically just make meals for him and bring them to him.
See, okay. And he's not even one to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, is he?
Not a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but you know, he was just telling me how he made BLTs yesterday. So
Okay, he's expanding. You know why? Because he's getting hungry.
yeah.
And he does look a little thinner, doesn't he?
Yep.
Okay. So maybe, yeah. So, and if there's somebody else around that can step up to the plate to help him.
Well, both, my sister-in-laws and I drop off food. Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think COVID just being shut in and like, it's just as it's affecting all of us, I think it's really having a toll on him.
Well, I feel like he's got some depression going on in regards to having to be in, but he's okay. Bye, Nadia. She just said I need to leave. Wanted to say thank you. Okay. Where was I going? I lost my train of thought. What did I last say before I picked up on Nadia's message?
Talking about COVID.
COVID. Okay, he's already dealing with some depression in regards to Mom not being here.
Yep.
And being a bit lost as to who he is and what he's doing in life. But this COVID piece is just kind of put frosting on the top of it, so to speak, and just made it a little more difficult. All you can do is do the best you can to help him. He's got to figure it out for himself too.
Yeah.
All right. He's got to figure out for himself. So awesome. And I'm going to leave you with that. And I'm not even sure who was bringing. I want to say Mom was talking about this. Mom was bringing this information up because she's very watchful of him. Okay, talk about having someone's back. Mom's got his back, and the two of them used to have each other's back in a lot of ways. Okay.
They talk to each other every day.
Okay.
Yeah. He sits in the recliner that he had bought in the last few months of her life, and he has his favorite picture of her, and he talks to the picture, which is right next to her urn.
He's doing something called psychometry. Sitting in the chair that she used to sit in, he's tuning into her energy from the chair. Tuning into the picture, he's tuning into her through the picture. Psychometry is something that's, okay. If he picked up a ring of hers, or you picked up a ring of your mom's, or something, you'd be holding it, and the energy that you're feeling is the soul energy of that item. And because it belonged to Mother, it would trigger you to her. It would connect you to her. Okay, and that might be something good for everybody else here to know. You too, Nancy. That's why often somebody will, after they've lost a loved one, a favorite shirt of that loved one they might wear or they might hold on to, because the energy of that loved one is still there, even if you wash it. Okay?
I was wearing his shirt this morning.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to leave you, Kathy. I'm going to pop over to Denise. Denise, I know you had a loved one who you shared a heart with, should we say, back
Yes,
then, passed on. You did some similar things, didn't you?
yes,
Wearing his shirt, or holding on to his wallet, whatever had his energy on it. Okay, and you still have some pieces of his, some memorabilia of him. Okay, and that energy is still there. When you want to do some practicing with spirit, you want to call him in or connect with him, pick it up, hold it to you, hold it in your hands. What else you can do, ladies? Put it up to your third eye. Everybody understand what the third eye is? It's your psychic.
Mhm.
It's your psychic portal, I'll call it. Okay. But you can also bring it to your heart, because your heart, when I'm working here with spirit, I'm working with the right side of my brain, but I'm also connecting into my heart. Okay. All right. Denise, you've got a
yes.
nice picture of this gentleman that you need to keep out, because he's around helping you. No?
In my head,
Okay, no picture. There's
I
something.
wish I did. I did.
Okay.
It was stolen.
Oh, okay. He's telling me you could use him around the house helping out. Okay.
I could.
What I want to say is he was pretty handy in a lot of ways. I'm not saying handy man, but he was still handy. Okay. And he could help you tap things inside of here to help bring out. You'd have some ideas, but he'd help you bring them out and then activate on them. Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful. Awesome. There was a nickname for him ending in Y.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Or an I. We get created now in these later years. Okay.
Mikey.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thing is, he's not the one there eating the cereal on the table, is he? Remember, let Mikey try it, okay? Although I need to say is he was pretty brazen in a lot of ways, trying things that other people wouldn't do. Okay?
Definitely.
And pushing other people to their limits too, in a positive way. And that's what I'm saying. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Lots of love there. So I'm going to leave you with that.
Thank you.
And, great. And ladies, these loved ones are around you all the time. You just need to remember that. You're not wasting their time. They know you're going through certain things. And as the title of my show is, Love Never Dies. They come in to help you. They want to help you. Okay? And Kathy, there's something about somebody around you with a new baby coming in.
Coming in?
A what?
Oh, we have a new grandbaby.
Aw.
Well, there's something about a new baby around you that's going to be, I'm going to say, very healing for the family. Okay? Okay? But I'm also want to say is when I also talk about babies, babies are also symbolic of new beginnings.
Huh?
Okay? There's some big changes.
Maybe I'll get another dog.
Oh, baby. Okay. Okay. But it's also new beginnings in your life, dear.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
A birth, a new beginning. Okay. Okay. And Nancy,
Yes.
It's important for me to say to you, this is time now for you. You've taken care of everybody else for a long time. It's time now for you to say, what do I want? What do I need? And to act on it, okay?
That's a hard one when you don't know.
Well, and I need to say it's not being selfish. It's being self-caring. Okay? And I want to say to you, I know you did some meditation with me before. I don't know how much you can do on your own, but meditation can simply be just sitting outside in nature, walking near the water, things that connect you spiritually and calm you down. Those can be the times you can get some of the answers. What do I want to do with my life now? I'm here. What do I want to do with me? What do I need? Not what did your husband need or did your mother need? How many years did you take care of the two of them?
I took care of my mom for about 5 years. My husband and I've been together 45 years.
And how many years did you take care of him while he
He's
was
been
sick?
sick for probably 5-6 years.
It's time for Nancy, okay? And it's not always easy, especially for us, for women who are used to taking care of others, okay? All right. And thank you for coming on tonight, Nancy. I know that was important. I was getting it was important. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. If I can do anything further for you, let me know. So tonight has been Messages of Love from Heaven. And next week will be a guest as a spirit medium and spirit artist, Nancy Smith from Massachusetts. I'm going to make sure she brings a few pictures or is able to show some of her skills, because she literally will draw spirit the way spirit nudges her to do so. And then the relative who's here will find a picture that looks very much like that drawing. So that's kind of cool. And then I've also got the Monday night, Let's Talk Spiritually. All right. It's a nice little hour. And basically, what is spiritual? What's spirituality? And how is that important for us in our lives? There's so many things. So I want to thank you all for joining us here tonight. And
Thank you, Pamela.
welcome. Be well. Take care. Be safe. And as I know the virus is what we're hearing is rearing its ugly head. But you know what? A lot of us aren't meant to get it. Okay? Only certain people are meant to get sick with it. Okay? Just remember that. But don't go thinking you're Superwoman, okay? All right? If you know what I'm saying. Still do whatever you need to take care of you. Okay? All right? Have a great
You as well. I hope you're doing better.
Yes, I'm much better, dear. Thank you for asking. I am. And blessings to all of you. Big hugs and be well. Okay?
You too.
God bless
Thank you, Pamela.
You're welcome.
Good night.